Get the fuck out of here! Go home! We don't want you here. We don't like your kind here. We only like people in blue cars around here. One more. Don't honk at me. Don't honk at me, asshole. The gate is open. Time to go through. Are you ready for what's on the other side?
Nope. Oh, God dang it.
Hello, light. Hello, light. Hello, light. Hello, light.
Dude. It's a funny bit. It's really funny in the show. But we need to react to a video now.
Okay. Ed, and Eddy had such a profound impact on me growing up. Because it just hit different, man. The art style, the stories, the
sound effects.
Oh, the sound effects are legendary. I mean, come on. Little Ed Blue, you know, where Ed is having a bad day, and then all of a sudden he just they try everything they can to make him feel better, and he just winds up beating the shit out of the other Eds. And then not only that, but he's about to snap Plank in half, and then eventually they rip Ed's shoe off, and then the little pebble comes out, and then Ed becomes his usual just lunkhead demeanor, just because he had a rock in his shoe.
That's also probably the show that I know the most quotes from off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Despite I think it matches the ADHD of my brain. Even Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Metalocalypse, I have a lot of quotes in my head, but I think I have more than anything else from Ed and Eddy. It's I fucking love all kinds of different moments from the show. Eddy making fun of Ed is I can't remember exactly what he says to him, but he calls him monobrow. And he's like, yes, that's right, you have one eyebrow and no chin. And it's just he's just realizing that.
Yeah. And then, of course, this is...
Zappity zap zap.
For me, this is...
Nana, bandage for Rolf.
This is also a legendary moment here where Ed literally snaps his monobrow in half.
It sort of got the randomness of Aqua Teen Hunger Force to an extent.
Yeah. And
it's not quite as RNG filling as ATHF.
Oh yeah.
But it's still kind of random. And that's funny. There's all kinds of little bits between the bits, just little animation details they decided to throw in.
Yeah.
Things that look like they may not have even been in the script, but the animators just decided to do weird stuff and make it funny, you know.
Yeah, my whole thing with Ed and Eddy as well. There is an episode idea that the internet had after Your Love, by the Outfield, Josie's on a vacation far away. Mm-hmm. And the animation that they did of Ed singing that. Yeah. And now everyone's just they need to do a talent show episode where everyone does their thing, and Eddy finds a way to scam people out of paying a quarter to actually be in the talent show. And then at the end of it, after Eddy is basically given up, and Ed the whole time is just Eddy, can I perform now? And at the end of it, after everyone's already mad as hell and is just not wanting to take Eddy's crap anymore, Eddy's just you know what, Ed? Whatever. Just go ahead and do it. Whatever you knock yourself out. And then Ed goes up there with his little boombox and just like sets it down, and he presses play, and then he starts singing. And then actually someone had the idea that May Kanker, the blonde-haired Kanker, the one who has a crush on Ed, like she comes up there and she decides to do like a clogging dance, like clogging, and she messes up and she like slips and falls because like the stage is wet and embarrasses her, and because everyone starts laughing at her, and then she like runs out the back of it, and then she hears Ed singing and comes back inside, and she falls even more in love with him. There's several things I've heard people talk about with it. I was just like yes, this works. This could actually be a bit. In which I know Ed, and Eddy is over, and it's sad, and I know Danny Antonucci has moved on to doing other things, but there is a group out there who made something called Peach Creek. I remember seeing little mini-sodes to this years ago, man. Like 2 years ago. And now they have officially delivered on episode 1 called The Rug Pull. So I don't know what to make of this, outside of the fact that I found the original mini-sode preview things enjoyable. And basically it was mostly just the camera was fixed in one area, and the action was going on around that camera shot versus it following them around. And it was for instance, Marie Kanker went into the fridge and grabbed the milk, and she just walked off with it, and then Lee came over, opened the fridge and looked. Milk wasn't there, and then she leaves the refrigerator door open, and she's just like, who took the milk? And just goes around the house and finds Marie, who has the milk, and just they start fighting. It was actually really good. It actually felt like a more grounded adult version of Ed, and Eddy. So I guess we're gonna see how this plays out. So this is episode 1 of Peach Creek, the unofficial Ed, and Eddy sequel, The Rug Pull. Here we go. Oh. He took his labels off.
Still leaving notes.
Sheesh. How's it going, sockhead?
It's not that she's always late. It's that she never wants to actually study.
I saw that Eddy class president poster in the background.
Down in New Orleans.
Jesus, Lumpy. Do you want some sandwich with your gravy?
Oh, a gravy sandwich.
Of many a poor boy and me. Oh God, I've won. Go tell my youngest brother not to do the awful
No,
things
Rost,
that I've
a
done.
Harley has style.
And to
Your opinions
shine
are cramming
that
your
old
tiny
house
noggin,
down in
Kevin
New
boy.
Orleans, that they call the rising sun. Soon they'll take me down to New Orleans.
I've got the
face
whole
all
weekend
the
planned out.
crimes that I've
Baking,
done.
gouache painting.
Then they'll tie me to an
Jimmy
old
and-
Kind
ball
of
and
like
chain.
just it's a nitpick for me, but I don't like when they have music playing loudly with vocals while there's like dialogue going on. And I know it's like just background, not that important dialogue, but these are from characters that I want to hear their voices and stuff.
Well,
So I wish they had to tone that music volume down a little.
fair enough. I would say, well, I know that it's impossible for them to get the old voice cast back
Yeah,
because
obviously. I just
some of
wanna
them
hear
have
what they-
retired.
What they do with it, you know?
Well, yeah, some of them have retired, and some of them, like, I know that contractually they can't really be involved with something like this. But yeah, but I would say it's an artistic choice. It's not one that I'm 100% a fan of either, but still, you know, the visuals are nice, and we're getting, you know, relays about the characters. Basically, we know who's who. You know, we saw Rolf, we saw Kevin, we saw Sarah, we saw Jimmy, we saw Naz, we saw Marie, we saw basically everyone. Well, not everyone, but we saw most people that we know. But anyway, sorry.
Until
I get what
my
you're saying,
earthly
though.
race is run.
Guess instead of jawbreakers, Eddie's all about the cigarettes now.
Trading sugar for nicotine. I mean, come on, dude. A lot of people do that.
It's hard to do in high school, though.
Doesn't stop a lot of kids from doing it, though.
Right. 3 cigarettes is 3 too many. Could you perhaps, if it's not too much trouble, help us, Eddie?
Tell you what, Sockhead, let me think. No.
Oh, the life of a teenager. Preferring to contaminate
So
their
Eddie's
lungs
voice
rather
actor
than
kind of
do-
reminds me of Shaggy.
Yeah. That's the kind of feel I get from it. And I know that Tony Sampson's style is very difficult to emulate. But, yeah, Double D's sounds really good. It does sound, and plus, these aren't like 100%, they aren't 100% trying to be the characters that were in the show. Like, this is after they've hit puberty and their voices have changed a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd say Double D's is definitely the closest, I feel, so far. But
I guess it's just like older Eddie with a deeper voice and like lost some of his childhood energy, just kind of turns into Shaggy.
Yeah.
Do something worthwhile.
Okay, Ronald Reagan. Besides, I got work tonight. Night shift. Give me a break.
I think you'll be giving yourself plenty of breaks, in all honesty.
Oh, I forgot to say. Johnny started this week. Freaking weird seeing him.
I haven't seen him in years!
Lumpy, it's only been a few months.
Johnny 2x4. 4x2. 4x2x2x4?
He had it right the first time.
What was it?
Did we even ever
I think
call
he said
him
it right
that?
the first time. He did say Johnny 2x4 the first time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, y'all have called him Johnny 2x4 before. Multiple times.
In the original show?
Season 1, I think. He's a hell of a lot quieter now, though.
Yes, well, being a social outcast and ostracized by everybody would do that to you? Does he still have plank?
Oh, that dumb piece of wood he carried around? Nah, that's long gone. Just him. He was on frying duty. And you know what that meant, Double D?
Dare I ask?
I got to serve the customer.
Hey! Quit stealing my lines, Lumpy!
Huh? One alligator by the front door and the other smashing its tail onto the basement window. Wham! 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 Right outside the basement window. Its ceiling is about to collapse. Dr. Orchard and Scott run up the stairs and...
Wait. Who the hell is Scott?
You know, he's a guy that
He's
old mate.
rescuing Dr. Orchard, Mrs. Files, and Blackmer.
Yup. Wait, I forget. Who's Mrs. Files?
Dude, it's your story.
Sure it is.
Oh yeah. So Scott takes the files upstairs. They contain the growth serum.
Mrs. Files isn't a person?
What?
You said Mrs. Files. A person. Now she's actually Files? Moron. Alright, let me try one.
Can it be an
You're
original
throwing him off.
story?
Yeah.
Can't ask him questions. He's using his entire 2 or 3 brain cells just to tell the story in the first place.
Yes.
Not a rehash of something else?
Don't get meta on me, sockhead.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go to your place, sockhead.
Let's not.
Why not? Your folks ain't home.
Guys, I gotta help Sarah with their homework.
Sometimes I just want some alone time, Eddie. I trust you can respect that.
Yeah, and sometimes I want to hang out with my pals. You and Ed.
But I've gotta help Sarah.
Eddie, please. Why don't you hang out at Ed's?
I have to help Sarah with her homework. Mom said so.
Fine. But we're going to Double D's tomorrow.
I feel like Ed is not capable of
What's
helping
gotten into
anyone
you,
with
man?
homework.
No.
I could ask you the same.
Adios, Double D.
See you tomorrow, Ed.
Actually, I there's several things in terms of the writing like I would change there. That, like, you know, the callbacks that they're doing to the original show are good, but I would say another thing too is just like Ed's like I think Double D said Ed's grasp on the English language is tenuous at best, and you can't expect him to be able to hold a conversation for too long, and right there he'd like adios Double D. It's like Ed, don't spread your illiteracy to another language, please. Mike. Ed? Are you running away from home? Hey, May. Oh.
You tell us all what happened. Kill you. No! Bye! Remember who's in charge, sweetie?
Mike says the spirit is beyond destruction. No, it is something so everlasting.
I hate you!
I thought you wanted to hang with your hero.
It's the chicken.
I like chickens, Eddie.
Say, Uncle.
You need to quiet your mind and listen. First, you need a trio to ensure success. But one is now leaving. Second, one who grew around a corrupting force transferred it to a curlio with a line. Third, and please listen closely. When drawn, your story continues. For now, you must continue to take heed of the world around you.
Like one bounding between two planes. Dance with me, pipsqueak.
That was Eddie's older brother. Damn. I was gonna say that last part was
That was weird.
it was a trip. I mean, and plus Ed's leaving. I was gonna say, did his mom tell him to pack up and leave?
Then he appeared animated in the old style with the stairs took down.
Yeah, that whole segment of Marie or of May having her dream basically was a giant fever dream that looked like it was drawn in the old style. Oh man.
I think I'm too dumb to put two and two together or what they were trying to do or what they were trying to say with all that exactly.
Basically, I think May is having a dream where the universe is telling her, Ed's trying to leave, you need to stop him.
It's like I kind of got that part, but like I don't know, there was a lot of other stuff going on that I was just kind of like, what the hell?
And what the hell going on here? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, really, there's a lot of things that it could be. I mean, I don't know. Jesus. But all right. I guess well, that was Peach Creek. I know that there's a lot of people who wanted us to watch this, and there you go. We watched it. And all I gotta say is, this makes me want to go back and watch the old Ed, and Eddy episodes.
I still need to finish the old Ed and Eddy episodes. So if you're sitting here being like, this guy right? On the right, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy on the right's so stupid, he didn't even get half the references. Like, if there were references from, like, I think it's third season, I didn't see a single episode of the third season, pretty much. It's like, I've only seen clips from it, like Zappity Zap Zap, I believe. Might be from that season.
I think...
But, like, I've heard from people that there was, like, a whole season where they, like, went to school and shit, and I'm just like, yeah, I never saw a single episode that was like that.
I saw like, a lot of it. Didn't see all of it, but I saw a lot of it, and...
Yeah, it's about the time, I guess, that I got my, PlayStation 2 and games for it and stuff, and just kind of... Or either that or it was my 360 that I got at the point, but like at one point, like I just kind of stopped watching TV and just only played video games.
That's fair.
Until Netflix became a thing. And I started watching shows again by streaming. It's either that or if I was watching a show, it was just like something on DVD, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because my sister had the whole series, Firefly.
Yeah.
Stuff like that we had on DVD. So yeah, I missed like the last season of Ed, and Eddy.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's my thing with Ed, and Eddy is I there's a lot that I remember, but there's also stuff that I might be misremembering. I mean, I need to go back and rewatch a lot of it because, you know, there's so many great episodes that I can recall a lot from, but I can't remember everything about them, you know? And while I'm digging the style that they're going with in this, and I'm also digging the fact that these people obviously love and care for Ed, and Eddy, I will say that I can only hope that it gets better from here. I give this overall like a 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5 out of 10. And the main reason for that is because I guess we're just getting into this story and we're seeing where it goes. I mean, artistically they're doing great. Artistically it's really good.
My one suggestion for them would just be like, try to mix your music volume down just a little bit.
Just a little bit more. I get what you're saying.
Just a little too like close to the same volume as the voices, so it makes it hard to hear what people are saying.
You see, there's also a trick with mixing that a lot of people don't take into account. This point was pointed out to me by Jacob. Whenever you're doing audio, you want to have for people talking, you want to have that be on like the high to mid frequencies and have them boosted by like a couple decibels, whereas the music that's in the background is occupying like the lower mids and like the bass and like the bass segment of the soundscape, and you want to have it turned down by like 6 decibels. And they say that that's the proper mixing deficit, especially if your music is already like at the proper volume for it. But either way, at least that's how Jake explained it. I think that's how he explained it to me. Either that or I'm stupid. I don't know. It could be either.
But yeah, I'm not gonna say like I wished it was funny or anything like that, because I think that's not the point of what they were going for with it, you know.
Yeah.
And I was still chuckling a good bit, like.
Same,
like
dude.
They had some funny little bits in there.
No doubt.
But it's just like it doesn't feel like Ed, and Eddy. Like it feels like
its own thing,
alternate genre based off of the world of Ed, and Eddy for sure. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, which that's totally fine. Like,
fine by me too.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting for sure. Like I'm definitely interested to see where they go with it.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But all right, that's gonna do it, everybody. So this was Peach Creek. This was episode 1, the rug pull, and I guess we're gonna see how the Eds deal with Ed leaving, or maybe May will wake up from her stupor and just be like, I gotta go to the bus station, and she like starts running there with her hair curlers on, and then she finds Ed. He's like, I'm sorry, May, but I have to leave. He's like, but why do you have to leave? He's like, my mother told me to get lost. So I figured I would get lost forever. And it's like, but Ed, I don't want you to leave. And then he finds a reason to stay. I don't know. Or like he'll figure out that he took everything his mom said a little bit too literal. Like Sarah will follow him there and be like, Ed. Like, Mom wasn't being serious when she said she wanted you to move out. She was just trying to make you buckle down and help me with my homework. But
see, the one thing that I was wondering about that too, actually, is like, was he lying to them by saying that he was supposed to help her with her homework, and that his plan was to run away at that point, or did something happen that we didn't see? You know,
maybe, I don't know. But all right. Anywho, this was Peach Creek, episode 1, the rug pull, and I guess I'm gonna leave a like on this. And if y'all want to see more, feel free to help support Peach Creek because I think they have a Patreon. And yeah, until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
And that's Bilbo. And we'll see you in the next one, everybody. Bye-bye.